So you got about another minute per table. All right. All the tables kind of got theirs together. We want to at this time kind of bring all of the conversations and we want to talk about. I am so glad when tables say, hey, we need to talk about this. This is important. Yeah, I love that. But we want to talk about it as a group so that we can have people hear from your table. So what we'd like to do is evaluate those 9 things, those 9 initiatives. And Connie said she was going to write down, because I can't multitask in that way, to write down and direct people. But we want to talk about it, and this is the way we'll do this. If there is nothing to add to it, if one table says, hey, we loved this part, and we think we should continue, it's awesome. If there's nothing else to add, we'll do another initiative. But if we don't need people like saying, hey, yeah, we agree with this all over, because we like it. Good, awesome. But we want to evaluate them. And from the standpoint of, did it meet its goal? Was there a lot of involvement? Was it, those that were involved, did they love it? However it was? And should we continue? So, thoughts, you always look for one table that says, hey, we want to start. Things that went well. Let's talk with yes.
Yes, we think we've met the goals of the 10 o'clock, and we like the 10 o'clock, and yes, we should continue. We think the men's ministry and the women's ministry and the Wednesday night activities have brought more involvement. Some are here were involved, some weren't. So
Okay.
again, we feel that should continue.
Can everybody hear? No. Oh, that's bad. Okay. So she said that the 10 o'clock service times was a good thing. Sounds good so far? Has anybody said this is the worst idea ever? Anyone? Okay, we thought that was a good one to start off with.
And then the men's, women's, and Wednesday night activities, we feel
let's pause there a second. Does anybody have anything more to talk about men's ministry? Did any table talk about that?
We didn't know exactly if we didn't know what the goal was. Because, we talked about it several different ways when we were talking in council and what have you, with speakers and stuff like that.
Okay.
We average 15 men at the breakfast. We're able to provide the food easy enough with the one griddle, but we'd still like to see it expanded. Can we do it with what we have for equipment?
Okay.
And then when would we do that?
Okay.
To the speaker system?
So, is it something that the goal needs to be fleshed out?
Would be my
Okay.
personal opinion, yeah.
Okay. Because each event was a good event. It just okay. How can we?
If you remember, Tim Mock brought up at one breakfast that he was really hoping that men of, age would start to talk about some of the trials that they had faced in their lives and how being a Christian and being involved in the church made a difference because he'd like his boys to hear that, where they may be facing some of those same pressures and things like that. So I think there's a goal that we really would like to get.
Okay. Okay. Mike.
I also brought up, not everybody's gonna do this, but some people can actually give their witness. I have a pretty powerful witness that I would be able to share with,
Okay.
both the young men and those that come.
Okay.
We
Well,
all have a story.
let's between Gary and Roger and Mike and myself, let's figure it out. Let's get nail it down.
The next one is the 23rd, I believe, of this month.
23rd.
2 weeks from yesterday.
And I'm aware of a couple in the Grand
Okay.
Rapids area, and they're really a good outreach. Most of the guys will try to invite somebody else, and it's very diverse topics. One was somebody admitting he earlier in his career had faithful to his wife, and they got back together about the hurt.
Yeah.
So he's telling the story. Sometimes it's how to shoot a gun, maybe, but anyway, but he invite 2 or 3 people with him, and they're 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning on a Wednesday, like the first Wednesday of every month. And so a lot of people try hard to invite somebody based off what the topic is, but that's of course a way to bring them into church as well.
Okay. Let's talk about the women's ministry. Did any table talk about that?
The thing that was brought up at this table with women's ministry was they thought it was going very well. The only thing is that a couple people thought, would it be helpful to, or able to, move the share and care to a different day than the Wednesday night activity, so that if you're coming for share and care on Wednesday, you didn't feel like 6 hours later, I'm back here. That was the,
Oh.
otherwise, as far as what was being accomplished and everything was good.
Okay. Anyone else to add to Share and Care or the women's ministry?
Like piggybacking off of what Roger was saying, the goal of the women's ministry is to just get women together and, the first year it's kind of going slow because we're getting our feet wet, to then have times where the women are able to then kind of mentor the younger women, like, I've been through this and this is how I got through it and with the church and
Yeah.
the Lord and stuff. So that's our overall goal, is just to get women more involved in each other and
Okay.
just bring people in. Like the bonfire to the 29th, and we're doing a Christmas thing. I'm sending the email out just so to keep women involved.
Okay. Yeah, goal-wise, we've got great guys here, that are great to hang out with, like breakfast. It should be a joy to it's a joy for me to hang out with the guys. We have great ladies here that are wealth of knowledge and wisdom and joy. You know, those are wonderful things. Those are our resources that we should spread. Gary. Okay. No, it's been a good job. Yes. Yes, it has. Okay. And did you guys talk about, I know that I'm burning daylight on this one. Did you guys talk about when we have snowbirds leave, what's going to happen? Okay. Okay, because that's something to think through as well. Okay.
Maybe you make a rule they can't.
I don't know if anybody wants to make that motion that we say nobody can go south for the winter. And okay, let's talk about the Wednesday nights. Did anybody talk about Wednesday nights? Who's saying yes? Here, let's start here. Then we'll go back.
She has a lot to say.
What was being said about Wednesday nights is that things seem to be going accomplished well in that. But there was talk about should it be at 6 or 6:30 start time. That's all I'm going to say about it.
Okay.
We talked about, you know, the variety of things that were available.
Yeah.
To be able to do, and thank you to Gary and his team for putting that together. But that group has dedicated Wednesday night as a church night. And I think that was a goal in council 3 years ago, that we really wanted to kind of set that so you could plan on it. If you haven't seen any of the chosen, you've really missed an opportunity. Because and then the discussion afterward, Gary has led some really good discussions, put in everyday language, so we think it's a success.
Okay. How many people go to Wednesdays?
Go or have gone? Because I don't go every Wednesday.
Okay. Because does anybody see it as, oh, this is just the post small group? Well, what I meant is an exclusive, all right, this is their thing, as opposed to this is Wednesday. Because my thought is it started as, hey, we're going to meet on Wednesdays, we'll just invite people. So it's an open group for people. So it's a small group night, but it's open. At least that's my thought. Did anybody talk more about that, or is that accurate so far? Or
I mean, when I come to it, they don't make me go sit by myself.
they don't. That would be fun, wouldn't it?
I feel like they pretty well paid off.
Okay.
My opinion on it is, people might feel like it is a small group, kind of like.
We're intruding.
But, that if they can't, commit to like Bible study, that we really want them to come to the game nights, the chosen, all that stuff, to then create a Wednesday night feel, you
Yeah.
know? So then they can still come and enjoy everything if they felt like it was a
Can you
part of
close
the
that
small.
door?
I am.
No, I want to make sure that everybody can hear. Yep.
I think that, this is my opinion, when you are in a small group, you commit yourself to that small group. And I mean, that's what you were saying, like 20 years ago.
Yes, yes.
And you feel responsible to be there and be a part of it and do your part and
Yep.
You share more than you would share with faith.
We have come to Chosen quite a few times.
Yep.
I think I missed this past Wednesday night. I feel it's a small group, but yet I don't feel like I'm pushed out.
Yes.
But when I've come to the game nights, there I don't feel comfortable. They kind of do their thing, and I don't think I want to go again.
Okay.
That's with the game nights I feel that.
Okay.
The Chosen I feel different,
Yeah.
and that's me, so.
Okay.
Just for clarification, Patrick, yeah, our small group meets for Bible study, and we have, we're studying now, we have the book of Ephesians, we're wading our way through that, but, that's the second and fourth,
Yeah.
Wednesday typically of every month. I mean, we do change once in a while based on schedule, but that's our small group. The truth is, anybody is invited to join our small group too for Bible study. But we do try to set aside the second and the fourth Wednesday of each month for our Bible study. And then the other Wednesday nights, yeah, we come and like Sharon said, yeah, those are open to anybody. It's
Yep.
game night, it's the Chosen, and Katie's introduced the worship, night, once a month here as well. So those are open to anybody. But our small group really is open to anybody that wants to join that as well. We have a great group of people there.
It is true. You guys are an open and welcoming group, and I appreciate that. And hopefully everybody understands the little facets of Wednesdays in that way. Dick?
It was brought up at this table on, like, the game night type deal, whether there should be a very simple meal provided.
Mm.
Just put hot dogs in a pan to boil, or pizza, or something, anyway. But to have something like that where, but that was brought up at this table.
Okay. See, something to think through in that. How about the fellowship events?
Yeah, I think it should be brought up at hand in hand. Because again, this year, I'm now following Terry full time. And, I believe we're gonna have maybe up to 45. We don't know yet, they haven't told us. But, I really think that's very successful program.
And that's packing for hand to hand.
That's also on Wednesdays, usually.
On Wednesdays sometimes.
Wednesdays, deliveries on Thursdays. So that's another thing to bear in mind. Yeah.
Yeah, so some of the other fellowship events have been like the chili cook-off. A lot of them revolve around food. Pie Day coming.
That's coming for Pie Day.
I find a drawing of myself to each of the food events. It's a lovely thing, but a lot of them are I love the idea that people mix, and if you're able to mix with people, talk with people that you don't know, I think they're wonderful.
We talked about the outdoor worship. And I said that was so much work to set up. And we talked, I said, I think it was valuable enough to spend all of our time doing that. And we agreed it was. We thought it was good for the community to see us outside. We thought it was a wonderful event. People mixed, some people played. It was a lot of work for the team that set it up, and we thank you. We thought it was successful.
Okay, it was fun as well. We might make it closer to the street next time. We'll have to deal with cars. So,
I just wanted to go back to the Wednesday night Bible study.
Yeah.
Because I happened to drop in a couple times thinking it was game night, and I was invited to go to Bible study, and I felt more than welcome, and I love the atmosphere in it, and sharing
Yeah.
with people and stuff. And I think it's just a great option to have here for people just to drop in like myself.
Yeah.
It's a good thing going on at the church. So.
I know. One of the
I was just gonna ask, how often does hand-to-hand pack? Because if that's gonna be Wednesday night, can you pair it with game night? Like, could you pack it with that game? Was my thought.
It's usually during the day is often when stuff gets packed. It's when we have the big packings. Yeah. So it all depends too on how many kids we get on. I told Kelly, the principal, we could take up to 45 kids. She thinks there's going to be a bigger need this year, so we'll wait and see. She reached out to me a couple days ago, so
But is it weekly?
it all depends on how we do the packing. Like last year, we did a couple big packings.
That's what I'm saying, if you could do it in the evening.
Lots of
game
tables,
night.
use lots of tables when we pack.
price of food, yes. The price, the,
But is it money that was, is that the thing that would hold you back, is money? Not people not the packing together, that sort of thing?
the talk, in case you couldn't hear, it was about, I think last year we had 22 students for hand-to-hand. They're maybe going up to 40, 44. Are we going to be able to financially do that because of the price of food? So if you don't shop, then you don't know, but those that shop say, whoa, food's expensive.
Everybody understand what hand-to-hand it is? Sandy, because I asked her, what exactly do you supply? Breakfast, lunch, supper for 2 days.
For 2 days.
25 kids.
Yes.
So that's 90 meals.
Yeah. Breakfast, lunch, and supper for 2 days for a weekend for a child. And sometimes it goes to a family, or a child that goes into a family. So.
And we can't put in
Terry, do you know what, when you say 45, do you know what that budget number is so other people know that?
Is Steve still here? I'm sure I know what he's talking about. We submitted a budget. 22 or 24. That would be for 20. And that was based on the food prices going up. That's even higher.
Our,
That's about
And that was projecting for 45 kids.
$2,500 is approximately the rough number for 45.
okay. Look,
I just think it's good for everybody to know.
yep.
Is that for the whole semester, for $2,500? For the year. For the whole year?
Okay.
Maybe food would go down, but it did.
Yeah, spending time on the 9 initiatives is important because we need to find out, all right, did it work? Is it doing what we want? Do we want to continue? That's important. I know the second half is important as well, so I don't want to rush it too far, but I think we talked a little bit about the Sport in Clays event, that it drew from people that go here regularly, some people that don't, people that are involved in different ways, and it was.
It must have been its goal because at 20 after 8 in the dark, I finally had.
All right, no more shooting. Stop. Yes.
It was fine, if we shot quick enough, we were.
They're looking for muzzle flashes to light up the night.
I almost used one of the. You saw the picture of Terry with her black hood up. She's looking all gangster like. She's like, got her gun out. I'm ready. All right. So.
There's a whip. She had her hood on.
Okay. Does everybody know that there's promotion cards or prayer cards at the table? And did anybody talk about those?
We talked about the importance of the fact that you can put anything on it.
You can put anything on them.
Too many times we wait until it's a major deal before we feel like, well, we'll make a prayer request. When the reality is, there may be little things in your life that could be bothering you as well, and that put them on.
Yeah.
That we specifically pray for.
Yeah, that is one of the things that the elders do sometimes is ask people, how can I pray for you? Because everybody has something that they're going, I need to bring this before God. How can I pray for you? So there's nothing too small then.
So for those cards, do we have a way for it to be almost like digitalized for the website and the Facebook page? So that people who don't come here every Sunday or whatever can still have that readily available? Then just
Yep, there's on the website.
people contact us or whatever.
Yes.
Is there something a little bit more than that?
On the website, there's how can we pray for you? And it'll send them to a page. At least I understand that it does. That we can pray for me in this way. Because I get a lot of them. Sometimes they're from, all right, what country are you from? And pray for me. Okay. I'm not aware of that one. I might need the Facebook wizards to help me here.
For the card cards, or on the back of the bulletin, it used to say like, do you want it in the bulletin or just for
Yes,
math?
yes.
I think a lot of people don't put in the littler ones because they think they don't want to clog up the bulletin. So is there a way that, is anyone interested in having just a couple people that, just even in their own home, but are like the prayer chain or prayer group that will pray for these things, and it's up to them, you know, because it's not in the bulletin where, like Roger said, you know, you're like, well, it's not enough to, that I want to put it out there. But just wondering if anyone is interested in that, so it's not just, you know, or for Matt, if you don't
Okay.
put it in the.
Yeah. On the back of your bulletin, whenever you look at it, when it doesn't list a name, there's a person. It's a person that's asking for prayer. Whatever circumstance that is on the back, that's a person, or more than one. Especially certain things, I'm not putting a name behind it just because they didn't want that, and sometimes it's a little bit too personal. And even so, send that to the prayer team, that would still be worthwhile. So if there are more people that, I think it was my grandma that said, "Oh, I can't do much. I'm 85. The only thing I can do is pray." And it was like, why you're so vital for the congregation, for our family. You pray for us all. So if you would like to be on that prayer team, I get prayer requests, I'll pray for them. If it's something that the elders need to know about, I send it to them. But if you would like to be on that I send you prayer requests, let me know. And we'll make sure that it's a prayer team email. I send them out. Okay. I'll talk about Muskegon Community College. There's the push to have a presence on the campus. On certain Tuesdays, we're doing a free coffee bar, and just there's a couple people within the classes that are part of this. So I get to be a part of it once in a while, and we just talk with people, but it's not specific to celebration. I'm not sure it ever will be like our ministry or part of that. I'm just helping out a lady named Jill, and I love hanging out with the students. I get to see a number of the soccer players, and I say, "Hey, I know you," and "Hey, don't give me a yellow card next time," that type of thing. But I don't know so that's to explain Muskegon Community College. Hopefully it's getting more and more traction and much more accepted just because of the people that are involved. But it's not specific here yet. So that's an update.
Matt, what about being able to have some form of just a small handout about celebration that could be given out at community college? There's a lot of kids there that are not from Muskegon and might look for a place to be able to come on Sunday.
I will inquire on that because I'm not aware of a place yet, because they don't have an office. They don't have a place.
We talked about our table, even if you would put the thing in the bulletin with the activities of the pictures, that has like the Wednesday, that one page of the bulletin that has all of that page. You would hand out that page.
There's longer stories on that, primarily because it's a new thing at community college that they're rebuilding trust in a Christian presence on campus. So it's not specific, hey, it's this church, it's that church, or however. It's growing within that. Presently, they're looking at as how can we help you as a school? Because there's people that are Christians that would like to talk with some people. And we're trying to be that people, those people. So right now, that's the framework for it. It's not to say, hey, how about you go to